All right, friends, welcome to your final six eviction. Tonight we have Andrew and Rose sitting up on the block. But before we get to that point, we're just going to ask a couple of questions. I will start with you, Miss Ingrid. Ingrid, you survived live night sitting on the block, and here you are safe the next week. How does it feel getting to vote this round and getting to kind of process the round a little bit more than you did on live night?
Yeah, this one is emotionally a tough one because Andrew and Rose are both incredible people, and I have really had the privilege of getting to know them throughout this game. And I am really, really sad to have to make a decision between the two of them. And I think like it has felt both good and bad to have more time to process it because they're like here in the end game, there are like so many different things to think about. And like, even though there's less people, there's somehow more possibilities. So like, I hate, the hardest part about this is like thinking about people you love and care about in a strategic way, which I guess is what we sign up for. But it like, when it gets down to these like small numbers, it really is like hard and stressful, especially with only 3 people voting tonight. It's like any one of us could be the deciding vote, which is stressful and scary. But I am glad I'm safe.
Period. Miss Molly, I'm going to turn the camera over to you and all of your glitches. My question for you is, talk to me about the temperature of the game. We're at the final 6, literally less than 2 weeks until the game ends. Are we at like a 10? Are we still at like a 6? Like what's the temperature like here?
I would say this game is about as hot as my straightening iron right now. It's it's picked up. It's been today and everything. I think it's been pretty fired lately. So
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Internet, that's not good. But I hope that made sense.
It didn't, because it sounded like a robot. But Robert Toria, here we are. You were evicted weeks and weeks ago, yet you and Victoria as Robert Toria are still here. What is that like, literally knowing you should have been like 11th place, but here you are going into the final 5?
Yeah, right. No, it's crazy. I don't know. I think both like Victoria and I being evicted and then being combined as one was actually a blessing. I think it for us, I think it just I don't know, like I will say like pre-jury was very difficult. I felt like I always had a target on my back. I felt like there was just people who just didn't want to make connections. And then Victoria and I joined as a union, got married, 2-headed monster, baby skull with metal legs, whatever you want to call it. And I think it did wonders for our game because I think it just made people realize like the coolest thing about that twist was her and I were both evicted. So we both went through, I was on a live night and she was in a regular standard round. And we both were able to see how people behave when they evict people. And then we got to see how people would respond to voting you out. So it was kind of like a nice little like dry run test, right? Of seeing how people are going to handle the jury, because there were people who owned it and told me, hey, I like Rose more than you, so I voted you out because I'd rather keep her around. And I respect that. And then there was other people who were like, everyone was talking that they were going to vote you out and save Rose, when it was like, y'all, we had 5 minutes. I was in those breakout rooms, Rose is in the other breakout rooms. You'd think we didn't compare notes. So it was, I think it's been a very interesting twist, I think, to say the least. So yeah, crazy that, when I was evicted, I was ready to go to bed and say bye guys, but here we are, another late night, but still hanging out, still having fun.
And Evan, congratulations on winning not just head of household, but also the POV. And this is the first time you have won head of household since you did a music video for head of household. How does it feel coming back into power so many rounds later?
I mean, it's a lot different, you know, you kind of have to have a different strategy when, you know, you go from having 15 people to choose from, and then, you know, this round there were only 5. So it's 10 people. That's a huge difference. And I just tried to handle it the best I could and do what I thought was the best decision. So, but yeah, it was very drastic compared to the first round.
And now I am going to turn over to the nominees, our 2 campaigners passing out buttons, putting up flyers, making campaign posters, threatening to wave fingers in other people's faces. It has been fun to watch, sad for you guys, but also very interesting. I will start with you, Miss Rose. This is your 3rd time sitting on the block at eviction night. How does the stress of events like that get you? Like, how do you keep moving forward in the game?
Well, I mean, the way I handle stress, especially at this point of the game, is, as everyone saw, with humor. I like making campaign posters, making silly things just to try to make everyone laugh and also make myself laugh, because I think if I stress over this too much and I start, you know, if I start letting it get to me, then I think emotionally it's not good for anyone. So I try to face these things with humor and grace, of course. Not Grace, who we evicted, but with grace. But yeah, I just try to I don't want to say think positively, because, like, you know, thinking positively is a good thing, but I think thinking rationally is more important at this point. And so at this point in the game, I just try to say, this is, you know, I've done a lot to get this far, and I'm proud of I'm proud of how much progress I've made. And all I can say is, you know, if it ends tonight, then, you know, I can still hold on to that. If I don't leave tonight, then, you know, I'll keep going and make it as far as I can. And so that's what kind of keeps me going whenever I'm in these positions.
And Andrew, on the contrary, this is your first time on the block at eviction night. How has it been for you, as this is a new BB Disney experience for you?
Well, the writing was kind of on the wall going into live night. You know, I won't out anyone, but you know, I had conversations with people, and we kind of knew if certain folks won HOH, it was going to be me and Rose on the block, or it was going to be me and Ingrid on the block, or it was going to be Rose and Ingrid on the block. So once situations happened, of course, you know, I have the right to be a little annoyed, because it's basically being telegraphed at that point. So it wasn't surprising that I ended up on the block, because it was very apparent it was going to happen. It was more annoying because people still decided, we're just going to dance around for a few hours and like keep the tension going, when like everyone here is a smart player, I assume. And they know what's actually going on. So like, you know, being on the block, it sucks, whatever, first time, cool. But it's just more, you know, I when my back's against the wall, I do say certain things because it's fun. But it's been a rewarding experience being on the block, being the last one on the block. I don't know if that's the right word, but we're gonna go with it.
All right. We are going to get into the votes. Before we do, I just wanted to say to the 6 of you / Victoria who couldn't make it tonight, you guys are the final 6. You made it 2/3 of the way through the game. You guys should be proud of the games you played. And I just want you to know we as Prod are proud of you. So thank you guys for coming on this experience with us. As great it has been to have 6 of you here, it would be even better to have 5. So with that being said, we are going to get to the vote. But before we do, we are going to give both of the nominees one final chance to plead their case. And Andrew, we'll start with you.
Yeah, like I said, we know what this is. And, you know, as much as people like to kiss ass in this game, I'm not one of those people to do that. So my only pitch is I suck at challenges. You know, I understand that I won fucking night moves, but like that should have been impossible. My goal was to make it from one end of the board to the other, and I just so happened to win. I'm not going to just do the thing that everyone wants people to do in these situations and shit on Rose, because I would never do that. And she's one of the only people in this community that I would not do that to in general. So being, you know, having to sit next to her, spoilers, again at final noms, we've come full circle. So I guess my pitch is, if you want someone that's pissed off in the game but also sucks at challenges, keep me. And if you don't want that, keep Rose.
Thank you, Andrew and Rose.
I likewise have nothing bad to say about Andrew. Like I hate sitting next to him, and at this point in the game, I would hate sitting next to any one of you. I mean, I do love all of you. Obviously, I would love the chance to continue in this game, and so vote for what's good for you. Vote for, you know, do what feels right to you. So I hope you keep me, and if not, well, we'll see.
I'm nervous for the finger waves. But on that note, we are going to get to the vote. Evan, as head of household, you will not be voting this round, neither will the two nominees. To the other three players, please cast your vote to evict in your diary rooms. You will have until 10:19.
Good luck, Andrew.
Just a fun fact, I believe this will be the 6th member of the jury, which I was last season. So iconic, either if you stay or get evicted tonight.
So my answer was really robotic. Is that what someone said? Is it happening again?
You're good right now.
I made a joke about my straightener. And...
We heard the straightener joke.
Okay.
It was downhill after that.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, friends, we do have all the votes. When I reveal the votes, the evicted house guests will have just a moment, hi Austin, to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and go to jury. By a vote of 2-1, Andrew, you have been evicted from the Big Brother Disney household.
Cool. All right, so let's get the pleasantries out of the way first. Thank you to Prod. I told Madison way back when that I really wanted to play this game, and after I took my hiatus, this is the first thing on my list to play. So I'm glad I was able to come out and do relatively well. To Rose, thank you for being the greatest ally I've ever had in any game that I've ever played in. Twice. Ingrid, thanks for the vote to keep. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a fun ride. I wish I could win challenges, but one day I'll be an adult boy and can actually win these challenges we have. Anyway, all that's out of the way. I stated it earlier. You know, we all know what's going on. I know that people still like to continue to pretend nothing nefarious is happening within game. Obviously, all of you guys are sweet people. But people are going to smarten up soon, and the you know, what you can only hope happens is they smarten up soon enough that they are sitting at the end. Obviously, everyone knows who the two folks that I'm rooting for. But I'm not going to be pissed off at final whatever it's called in Big Brother. I'll probably be one of the more nicer ones. For the people that know me, they already know what question I'm going to ask. If you don't, should have gotten to know me better. And yeah, it's been a fun ride, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, thank you, Andrew, and it's your time to go. With that being said, congrats on making it to the final five, everybody. We are going to get into our next competition. Evan, as outgoing head of household, you are not eligible to compete. This is a hands up type of competition. You don't have to put them up now, but Evan, if you do plan on staying, you will need to be on camera with your hands up. You don't have to do it yet, though. We'll do it when we get to the actual game. But let's look into those rules. This week's HOH competition is Jeopardy. And here is how this game works. In this week's competition, you will be playing in 2 rounds of Jeopardies. The points in the second round will be worth more than round 1. To begin round 1, someone chosen by random.org will pick the first category and point value. In round 2, the player with the least points will start. How it'll work is the host will then read the question. You will buzz in the host chat after the host finishes the question, and another host will post a line. So, for example, if the statement is, these are the 3 primary colors, Michael is then going to post a line in the Zoom chat. After Michael posts that line, you will be good to just type the word buzz. That is your way of signaling, I want to answer the question. Only the first person who buzzed in will get to answer. You will have 5 seconds to answer. If you are correct, you earn points. If you are wrong, you will lose the points. If the player guessing is wrong, a host, being Michael, will post another line, and the next to buzz in after that line will get to guess. This will keep going until everyone has guessed or nobody wants to answer the question. After 10 seconds of sitting, the question will be dead. You do not need to answer in the form of a question. This is also very important as some of you guys will be posting at the same second sometimes. It'll be going based off what's on Michael's screen. So even if your screen says you're first, but you see Evan second and we say, Evan, go ahead. It's what's on Michael's screen. Because if me and Evan post at the exact same second, it's going to put me first on my screen and Evan first on his. So it's just whatever shows up on Michael's screen. Does everybody understand that? All right. Does anyone have any questions before we begin the competition? Robert.
What's the trivia topic? Is it what's happened in the game?
There will be topics at the top of the Jeopardy. I am going to screen share a Jeopardy screen, and there will be topics at the top, and you'll be able to pick from the topics.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question?
So you read the question, you post that line, and then we can type in buzz.
Correct. You are not typing the answer. So when Michael types that line, like what he typed in the chat, that's when you can type buzz. And let's say I type buzz first and then Rose, you type it second. It doesn't matter what you did. It only matters what I did. If I get it wrong, Rose, you're not up. Michael will then post another line, and whoever posts first under that line gets to go. Also, if you got the question wrong, you do not get to go again on the same question. Does anyone have any more questions about Jeopardy before we get going? All righty, let me screen share the Jeopardy screen. And we are going to random.org to see who picks first. List randomizer, we'll put you in alphabetical order. Ingrid, Molly, Robert, Toria, Rose. We'll randomize it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Robert Toria, you will be going first, picking the category and point value. So your categories for round 1 are Star Wars, food, board games. Oh, I did not put Michael's category in, LOL. His is TV shows and pre-jury game knowledge. So anything that happened during the pre-game portion of this game. As a reminder, Michael's is TV shows. With that all in mind, Robert Toria, please pick your number and category. Keeping in mind one last thing, just as a friendly reminder, Michael will call out who is first on his screen, so do not answer until Michael says your name.
Let's since we're talking about Michael, let's just do Michael for 50.
Michael for 50. Olivia Benson is the main protagonist in this long-running series.
I got Molly.
Molly.
Law and Order SVU. Best show ever.
Let's see. What is Law and Order SVU, Molly? That is correct.
Isn't that Taylor Swift's cat's name?
It is. Olivia
Oh.
Benson and Meredith Grey and Benjamin Button.
Okay.
My sister went to a Taylor Swift concert and Marissa Harkitsay was there at the concert.
I would
Molly, you have control of the board.
Oh shit, I forgot that part. Let's go with John for food 50.
John, food for 50.
I like food.
These are the 3 flavors in Neapolitan ice cream.
Okay, you're all forgetting that you need to stop doing it before I post the line. Okay, Molly.
Chocolate. What is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry?
That is correct. You do not need to answer in a form. I mean, you can, but I'm just saying you don't have to. That is correct. Molly, you're still in control of the board.
I won't fuck up the buzz this time. Let's go food for 100. I'm hungry.
Let's see what the answer is. Sorry, I'm like eliminating the answers off my cheat sheet. Okay, next question. Traditional pesto sauce contains this kind of nut.
Robert.
I know this because I'm allergic to it and I've almost died because of it. It contains pine nuts.
Let's see. What are pine nuts? I'm also allergic to pine nuts.
I'm allergic to pine nuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, any nut except peanuts.
Oh, I'm also allergic to peanuts. So, Robert, control the board.
We'll go back to Michael for 100, please.
Michael for 100. Let me see. Okay. Winter is Coming is the series premiere title in this TV drama.
Robert.
Game of Thrones, please.
That is correct. Robert takes the lead and keeps control of the board.
Michael for 150, please.
Michael for 150. In this comedy, Claire is married to Phil, Cam is married to Mitchell, and Jay is married to Gloria.
Robert.
Modern Family.
That is correct. Robert.
We'll do Michael for 200, please.
Michael for 200. All right. Tina, Jean, and Louis are the 3 children in this TV cartoon.
Robert.
I'm assuming it's Louis of Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
Cool. I cannot believe I messed up my favorite show. That's so embarrassing.
It's okay.
All right. Robert.
We'll just close it out, Michael, for 250.
Okay. All right, sorry. If you were on Parks and Recreation, you most likely were living in this city.
Molly.
Pawnee, Indiana.
Could you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
Pawnee, Indiana.
That is correct. All right, Molly regains control of the board.
Let's fuck around and find out and do Star Wars for 50.
Star Wars for 50. The color of Princess Leia's lightsaber as a Padawan.
That was a mistake.
Robert.
Purple.
That is incorrect.
Ingrid.
Fuck. Yellow/gold.
That is also incorrect. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The question is dead. The correct answer was blue.
Are we allowed to buzz in if we got it wrong the first time, or no, we can't, right?
If you got it wrong, you are done with that question.
Cool.
Molly, you had control of the board.
All right, so I didn't like Star Wars. Let's go to food for 150.
Food for 150. We gotta see what the answer is. Okay. This fast food item is a traditional item in Japan at Christmas time.
Rose.
KFC chicken.
That is correct. Rose is on the board and takes control.
Let's do food again for 200.
Okay. This was the meat for the first kind of frozen TV dinner. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Robert.
I'm like 90% sure, but turkey.
That is correct. Robert, control the board.
Oh, we'll just do food for 250. Clean it out.
All right. This was the original flavor of Twinkies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The question is dead. The correct answer was banana. Robert, you keep control of the board.
Keaton for 50, please.
Which one was that? I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, Keaton, board games.
Keaton for 50. The cooperative board game where players team up to stop 4 viruses from creating epidemics while looking for cures, also known as a widespread infectious disease.
Robert.
Pandemic.
That is correct.
Never heard of that.
It's a fun game. We'll do board games for 100, please.
Board games for 100. A politically incorrect card game funded by a Kickstarter campaign after being developed in 2011 by students in Illinois, self-described by the developers as a party game for horrible people.
Molly.
Cards Against Humanity.
That is correct. Molly, you take control of the board.
Let's continue with board games for 150.
The word build in Swahili, a game of stacking high without making everything fall.
Ingrid.
Jenga.
That is correct. All right, Ingrid, you take control of the board.
Let's keep it going on the board game train.
All right, for 200. All right, board games for 200. A territory that can't be occupied in diplomacy, following its principle of neutrality in the real world.
Ingrid.
Switzerland? I don't know. It's like, I'll guess.
That is correct.
Oh, yes, period.
All right. Ingrid?
Board games, closing it out.
A special chess rule that gives pawns the option to capture a pawn which has just passed it. Also French for in passing.
Robert. You're muted.
Oh, and passant, sorry.
That is correct. Robert, you have control of the board.
Let's do Star Wars 400, please.
I really said fuck the pre-jury phase of this game, huh?
I did not enjoy the pre-jury phase of this game, so
That's for 100, right? Robert, you said for 100?
yeah, Star Wars 400. Sorry, thank you.
The actor that plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels and Disney Plus series.
Rose.
I didn't even register. Well, fuck.
I got it, right?
Yes, Rose.
Ewan McGregor.
That is correct.
Sorry for the aggressive cursing. I don't know what's happening.
You're fine.
Rose, you have control of the board.
Star Wars 150, please.
Star Wars for 150. The Padawan of Anakin Skywalker, voiced by Ashley Eckstein in the animated series.
Ingrid.
Ahsoka Tano.
That is correct. Ingrid,
Guess we can keep going with Star Wars.
200. All right. Anakin was seeking to bring these 4 things to his new empire. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The question is dead. The correct answer was peace, freedom, justice, and security. Ingrid.
Shoot, close it out.
Closing it out. James Earl Jones was the voice of Darth Vader, but this person was the body. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The question is dead. The correct answer is David Prowse. All right, we only have pre-jury game knowledge. Ingrid, pick the point value.
50.
Or 50. I don't know what the answer is. Yes, I do. This was the name of the luck-based HOH competition where you all had to pick different ingredients to help cook with Chef Remy.
Robert.
Cooking with Remy.
That is correct. Robert.
Pre-jury for 100.
The only pre-juror to be evicted unanimously.
Ingrid.
Lauren.
That is correct. Ingrid.
I keep forgetting I have to pick the next one. Just the next point value.
This was the name of the first Power of Veto competition.
Robert.
Was it memory match?
That is incorrect. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The question is dead. The correct answer was The Great Before. Ingrid.
Keep going down the line.
All right, your next question. This player scored 0 points in the Great Before POV competition before being eliminated by finding HE double hockey sticks.
Molly.
It was Michael Schaefer.
That is correct.
Miss you, bestie.
And we're going to go with the last one. This player had the lowest score for the 23-19 music video competition.
Rose.
Victoria.
That is correct. All right, you guys cleared out our first round. In first place is Robertoria with 900. Second place is Molly with 650. Third is Ingrid with 550. And Rose is in last with 500. But going into round two, where the point values are much higher, it is still literally anyone's game. 550, 650. I have to type in your scores 1 second. 550, 650, 900, 500. Let me just make sure that's right. 550, 650, 900, 500. Yep. Okay. The player with the lowest amount of points gets to start the round. And Miss Rose, that is you. Your choices are Toy Story, books, Disney World, general science, or jury game knowledge.
Let's do books for 300.
Books for 300. I don't know what the answer is. There it is. Okay. The title of the book that is written by Koji Suzuki, which inspired a horror movie where you have 7 days to live.
Robert.
The Ring.
That is correct. Robert.
Books for 350, please.
Okay. Looking for Alaska by John Green was adapted into a show by this streaming service.
Ingrid.
Hulu.
That is correct. Ingrid, the board is yours.
Let's go to Disney World for 300, please.
Period. Your question is, this Disney World theme park is seemed to be like a kingdom for animals.
Robert.
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Wow, that is correct. Robert, the board is yours.
Let's get away from Disney World and go back to books for 400.
God. The year the Hunger Games published. So glad we left Disney World for this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Ingrid.
I'm gonna guess and say 2008.
That is correct.
Oh my God, iconic. Back to Disney World, please.
Which point value?
350, please.
For 350 points. This Disney World theme park's name is an acronym for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow.
Robert.
Epcot.
Fuck you, Robert.
That's aggressive.
That is correct.
I still love you.
Robert, the floor is yours.
And back to books for 450.
When You Wish Upon a Star is a Disney Twisted Tale novel of this Disney movie.
Ingrid.
Pinocchio.
That is correct.
I'm gonna get Robert's right, and he's gonna get mine right. Back to Disney World, please.
I love
400.
All right, Disney for 400. This shopping plaza for Disney is located directly next to a spring.
Robert.
Disney Springs.
That is correct. Robert.
Oh, let's just do books for 500.
Okay. Stephen King's first published novel.
Robert.
I think it was Carrie.
That is correct. Robert, you have control of the board.
Let's do Julia for 300.
This is the process of water turning into a gas.
Oh my God, you all went for that one. Ingrid.
Evaporation.
I don't know anything about science. Is that correct? Yes, it is. I had to look at the answer key, I gotta be honest.
Oh, I would have to, Timmy, don't worry.
1 second. All right, Ingrid, you got that correct, and you have control of the board.
I'm gonna shock everybody and actually stay with science for 350.
Okay, period. This is the hottest planet.
Rose.
Venus.
That is correct. Rose, you have the board.
We'll stay with science for 400.
This is the gas that makes up a majority of Earth's atmosphere.
Robert.
Nitrogen.
That is correct. Robert.
We'll just science for 450.
This part of an atom has no net charge.
Ingrid.
Neutron.
That is correct.
All right, let's close it out.
All right. This substance gives plants their green color.
Robert.
I have lots of them, so I should know this. Chlorophyll.
That is correct. All right, Robert, you have the board.
Let's do Toy Story for 300.
This is the sweet smell of Lotso the stuffed bear.
Ingrid.
Strawberry.
That is correct.
Let's stay with Toy Story for 350.
This is the name of Andy's dog, the real one, not the toy.
Rose.
Buster.
That is correct. Rose, control the board.
Yeah. Toy Story for 400.
The name of Buzz Lightyear's female alter ego from Sid's Sister's Tea Party.
Rose.
Mrs. Nesbit.
That is correct. Rose.
Toy Story for 450.
The year of the first Toy Story movie's release.
Robert.
95.
Repeat that one more time.
1995.
That is correct.
It's the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Oh.
So Toy Story for 500, please.
The kind of toys adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head in the Toy Story second and third movie.
Ingrid.
The Little Green Men.
Be more specific.
The aliens from Pizza Planet.
That is correct.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were referencing the soldiers or if you were
No.
referencing-
Yeah. Okay, I get why you said that. Let's go to Disney World for 450.
Disney World for 450. This theme park is set to be like a movie studio lot in the middle of Hollywood.
Ingrid.
Hollywood Studios.
That is correct. My questions were really easy, guys.
Them Park.
Thanks, Timmy. I appreciate it. Let's stay there for 5.
All right, last question. These two water parks are themed to be like a beach that was affected by a blizzard and a lagoon hit by a typhoon.
Ingrid.
Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon.
That's correct.
Yay. I guess we'll start jury game knowledge for 300.
This competition involved players throwing water bottles at a pyramid of cups. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Question is dead. The correct answer, straight shot.
Didn't you guys like that one?
I loved that one.
I love
I'm not straight enough to know the name of that comp.
I'm spitting. Ingrid.
First of all, that comp was traumatic as fuck. Even though it was still fun. All right, let's stay there though for 350.
This player won the most HOH and POV competitions combined this season.
Molly.
Grace.
That is correct. Take a point value, Queen.
Sorry, my start bar just showed up. 400. Yeah, the next one. Sure.
This player was the only player to be evicted the round after they won head of household.
Ingrid.
Adam.
That is correct.
Yep, because I was on the block next to him. 450.
This was the name of the HOH competition you all played in on the second live night.
Ingrid.
True or false?
Technically that is correct. I realized after I read this question that there were two answers. I put this, but true or false was the other HOH you guys played in afterwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Close it out, I guess.
This player was morphed with Crispy and Robert in Remember Me.
Robert.
Was it Rose?
That is incorrect. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Congratulations, Ingrid, on winning this week's head of household competition.
I'm bad at comps, guys.
Congrats.
Fuck.
Good job.
That's an aggressive fuck for like winning.